Well, hello, you trader nerds. Welcome in. It is a fabulous Thursday, and we are having a great time just talking markets. Let me get this back on zero DTE stuff so y'all won't see my Hakanashi candles. And look and see what the market is doing. We've got the E-minis up 7.5 points, really doing kind of nothing for today. Michigan won the championship and then lost all their best players to better NIL deals. I think maybe that's the case, right? Because Michigan did win, and then, what happened to Michigan this year? Well, they beat Alabama. Not saying much, but they beat Alabama 2 years in a row now. The E-minis are up. Let's see what our friend NASDAQ is doing. Our friend NASDAQ is down 0.3%, so down 65 points. But again, if you look at them, they really kind of mirror each other. There may be differences up and down, but they really kind of mirror each other over and over. And so back when I used to be a scalper, I would look at the AD, see what AD was doing. Normally the ES would follow, and then I would place my trade in NQ because it was much more volatile than ES, and this thing would follow this. So this followed this, and this followed this, and then at some point I would look at the volume to see if volume said that there was, confirmation of what's going on. Volume's going down now because it's during lunchtime chop. But nonetheless, market's doing okay. VIX is down again today. How about that? Down in the 14 handle. AD is positive at 107. Let's look at our friend, the volume profile with our friend, the Big Green Monster. And the E-minis, well, look at it. It's got a little bit of support here at our 20% line. Support there, goes up, goes back down to support, and then back up. We are fairly priced and looking perhaps at popping up to the 61.98 thing in the next few days. Wouldn't that be great? We got up to 61.35. Is it possible we could get 60-point run up to the 61.98? Indeed, it is. Let's look at NQ. NQ is fairly priced as well. We are above the 50% line. We do have a gap here. It loves to fill in these little gaps where there's no volume at all. And on the upper end, we're looking at potentially a run to 22,192 before we see some type of resistance. Let's look at not the Big Green Monster, but the we call the linear regression. Linear regression overall is up, and we are definitely in one of those uptrends where it is really, really, really big. Now, we may see a little bit of, it looks like we're about there, doesn't it? We may see a little bit of resistance as we get in here. Let's see what happened on this uptrend. You see on the uptrend, you see that it looks like it's stalling a little bit because volume has gone up to down, up a little bit, and then down, and then down. So volume overall decreasing while the market is going up means that we may be in for a little bit of a stall there. Let's see how our accounts are doing today. And overall, we're down $221 in the main account. We're up $2,800 on the year. We're using 45% of our buying power. Let's look here, see what we've got. Cash is all positive. So we've got our bill working. Everything's looking good. So we've got enough maintenance here. We're not paying any interest, margin interest. So that looks really, really good. And $2,800 profit on the year looks really good, having a really good January. Let's see what our positions are doing. We did sell a call yesterday. Look at this, y'all. Now, this one is up 60 or down 62%. Remember, it was down almost $400 yesterday. The market has come down a little bit. We made $84 in one day, 22%. I don't know. I'm looking at that and thinking I almost might want to close that thing, at 22% in a single day, making $40 today. But I don't know. I may just keep it on a little bit. I really like these cover calls that we're doing. And at some point, we'll sell a cash secured put. The market's down, 0.3% today? Yeah, Oklahoma beat Alabama too. They sure did. And Michigan beat Ohio State. Yeah. So we were talking about football before we got started today a little bit. So we were talking about how trading may be more entertaining than football, college football. pro football is not that entertaining, y'all. I watched a couple of games over the weekend. I'm like, oh, it's just not the same. And I remember when I was a kid, man, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid in the 70s, we didn't watch much college football. Alabama was good in the 70s, but I was watching the Pittsburgh Steelers. I love pro football. What'd you say, Beth? Huh? Beth said she was playing outside like a normal kid. Oh, Beth, let me tell you something. You are far from normal, girl. You are far from normal. You are bizarre. So this is looking really good. Let's see how our naked put's doing here. Okay, we're up 35% on our naked put here and on our 111. And I can't wait for this to close because we will have 3 paid for put debit spreads. Let's see what we got going on in the E-minis here. We got a 3 and a 5 with 67 days, a 3 and a 5 with 67 days, and a 3 and a 5 with 67 days. Let's see how our little things are here. We got working orders at 20 cents, and we are not close. Let's see. One of the world's greatest mysteries is the fact that the Dallas Cowboys are the most valuable sports franchise. To be run as poorly as they are run, I agree totally with you. I'm kind of pulling for Deion Sanders to get that coaching job. Have they hired a coach yet? I thought Deion Sanders would be a good job there. What do I know? I mean, Deion, he's a lot of hype, I mean, he's like Hulk Hogan. He's like Ric Flair. I mean, he's, one of those flashy type things, but I don't know. He may do good there.
I wish they'd just come get Kirby Smart.
Please get him out of Georgia. Please get him out of Georgia. I agree with you totally. And, did you know this the other day, Matt? He was right here in my little hometown of Bowden, Georgia. Caden Prothro is a 4-star tight end, has 3 state championships at the here for Bowden High School, and he's a tight end. He's a 4-star tight end. And Kirby
Is he related to Tyrone Prothro?
He is related to Tyrone Prothro.
So it looks like he's headed to Alabama.
I wish. I don't know. He's a good kid too, Beth said. He's 6.
If he goes to Georgia, he's no longer good.
Right. If he goes to Georgia, he's dead to me. Right.
Well, there you go.
Just
like Isaiah Bond going to Texas.
That's right. He's dead to us. But Caden Prothro, you're going to hear about him, y'all. He is 6'9" and a tight end. And what's the guy? The same night that Kirby Smart was here at a basketball game, watching Caden Prothro play, the guy, what's his name? Mike from Florida State. What's his name?
Norvell,
whatever his name is. He was here too. So both of them were at the game checking out Caden Prothro. Where was DeBoer? Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. He's got to step up his game. He's got to come to Bowden. What, Beth?
We need Saban back.
Yeah, well, Beth says we need Saban back. I know Beth. Beth still butt hurt over Saban leaving. Aren't you, Beth? She is. She says she's butt hurt over that. So anyway, let's see how our little hedge is doing today. Beth's got me all out of sorts today. Let's see cap requirements. Let's do ES and TQQQ. And let's see how our little thing is doing here. So let's pump this up to 40. Why 40? That's what happened in August. And let's move this from 90 to 60. Make sure we got a little bit of a hedge in here. Okay.
You need to change it to points.
Oh, that's the reason it's looking out. Thank you, Hal. Okay, so we got a little bit of a hedge here. Not much, but got a little bit of a hedge here. Oh, I normally don't talk about it on the recording, but my buddy who's the scalping genius now, he's using the Sweet Bobby hedge. He also has a 300,000. We checked his profit today here, and if we get a 20% crash with a 40% up move, he's up $300,000 on the hedge. So the Sweet Bobby hedge will work, y'all. This thing will work. We'll let this decay a couple more days before we'll buy in and put another hedge on. It seems like we've been doing this maybe once every month or so, 3-4 weeks. We've been putting another one on. And I'm not so much about getting them on for free right now. As long as the market's going up, we're making plenty of money. Our P&L is doing great. I'm more than happy to spend $250 for one of those hedges. So our hedges look good. Our count looks good. We've got a great year. Everything's doing great. So hope you guys are doing well, and I will see y'all tomorrow.